that I wired the BMW, I broke the BMW. So I basically finished all the wiring for the Holly, the plug and play, the CAN bus, all into the BMW this week. So after doing that, the first issue we ran into was the Holly getting no power. So even though I bought a plug and play kit, and this is at no fault of Kyle, the one that made the plug and play kit for these cars, my car didn't have the same plugins as pretty much every other E60 in existence sitting in the glove box. So at first the Holly wasn't getting any power. We checked all the power and grounds, everything was fine. We then hot wired like the Holly, I think like the ignition and the power, maybe something like that, to have the Holly come on, and it did come on. So that's when we realized there was something wrong. Kyle, the owner of Speed Steve, who makes the plug and play kits, had me then jump some wires to make it work. Boom, Holly was coming on. Problem was, the Holly was coming on as soon as there was power to the battery. And then it wouldn't turn off until there was power taken off from the battery, disconnecting the ground. So that was an issue, because it's only supposed to be key on power to the Holly. It should be only when you're in accessory mode. So then went back and forth, finally got that figured out, had to move another wire. And then after that, we had key on power, turned off with the key as well, press the button, get it out of accessory mode, shut the car, put the car to sleep, and it would work. The Chinese LS3 throttle body that I was worried about also ended up not doing the TPS auto set in the Holly correctly. It just wouldn't work. You're supposed to, when you do the TPS auto set, to adjust your drive-by-wire pedal, or your drive-by cable, I guess, as well, you slowly press down all the way till you hit wide open, and then you slowly release, and you do that 2 times. So the first time I would slowly press it, the Chinese throttle body would fly wide open, and then it would shut. And then the second time it wouldn't open at all, and it wouldn't even get a single volt of power to it, and it would tell me because there was an error. So I ran to O'Reilly's, bought a 3-bolt, unfortunately, because my car is my manifold is a 3-bolt. Bolted it up, worked perfectly fine. So we got that figured out. Slightly smaller throttle body, but the car's not going to make insane power anyways. Maybe later I'll switch manifolds and get a 4-bolt 92 mil. So got that solved. Then foot on the brake, press to the start while it's in accessory mode, and it wouldn't do anything. Wouldn't engage the starter. Like the Holly would be on, but it wouldn't engage the starter. Wouldn't try to start at all. So there's a single plug. I'll throw a photo of it up, and from the plug and play kit, and it's supposed to plug into a plug-in DME box. Of course, it's the said plug I don't have, and this plug is responsible for running to a plug that is connected to the car access system CAS module, and that single, it only has one wire going off of it, and it was supposed to run to a plug that had a pin that goes to the CAS module and lets your car know that you're in park. It's basically like a signal park activation and transmission control wire. So then it knows, hey, dummy's in park, foot's on the brake, we can let the car start now. So I found what I thought was the wire somewhere in the DME on a different connector, because it was also black and blue, which the same as the CAS wire. So I pinned the harness wire from the plug and play kit to that pin, went to go try to start the car. It then heard a little noise, and then next thing I know, the CAS module is ruined. So I'm guessing that was obviously the wrong wire, and I sent my CAS out this morning to get repaired, or not really repaired, cloned and put onto a new one, and then shipped back to me. So I think I've kind of figured out what I'm going to do to fix it. I think I'll probably just jump off of the CAS wire by like adding a T-tap onto the CAS wire that I know is the CAS wire, like a little ways down from the plug. Tap off of that and then run a wire from the tap to a brake light switch, because that's what it needs. It needs connected to the brake light switch, so that way it'll complete the whole foot on the brake and everything. So that's that. I also, in the process of working on the CAS and getting it out of the car, figured out what I'm going to do about the steering shaft. I'm no longer going to need mine shortened and welded, even though we already shorted the OEM all-wheel drive one. I figured out there's still more of the shaft inside under the steering wheel, and you can unbolt it. It's not like a full part of the steering wheel. So there's like the steering wheel, a little bit of shaft, and then it bolts on, goes to the firewall. There's like basically like a big grommet. It's green, and then it runs from that side out the firewall straight to the subframe. So I will just take the one off my parts car, unbolt it off the parts car, and it should slide right under the steering wheel, bolt up to the steering wheel, and go straight to the subframe. So that solves the problem. It's just unfortunate that I broke my CAS. So, and I hope that's the only issue. I hope nothing else internally got damaged in the car, although I don't know really what's left to be damaged other than the CAS module. So, you know, that's that. I'll be getting to that as soon as I can. I already ordered a shifter. I ordered a PPP Quick Shift 1. It is black and blue, and it should be here, I don't know when. I ordered it about a week ago. It hasn't shipped yet. So that's that. I'll probably start plumbing the coolant lines this week. It's supposed to chill out a little this week. It's been in the like mid 90s recently, so it makes it really impossible to work in the garage because the garage has no AC, so it makes it absolutely dreadful. It makes it an oven in there. So should be cooling down. It should be like the low 80s this week, so I plan on plumbing the coolant and doing the steering shaft this week and praying that the clock spring's not broken in my car. So, and then hopefully by the end of the week the CAS should be here, because I shipped it out today, which is Saturday. Dude will probably get it like Tuesday, and then he said he can have it cloned onto a new one and shipped out in 24 hours express. So that's pretty cool. So hopefully that solves our issues. And then I think that's pretty much it. I think I'll probably end up wrapping my headers soon, because I have a feeling they'll probably get pretty hot. I don't want to burn up any plug wires. And then after plumbing the coolant and getting the shaft hooked up, we will just need to have some power steering lines made and AC lines, drive shaft, and exhaust. That should be it. I believe that's it. And yeah, then the car will be ready. I'm hoping to have it done as soon as possible. And I definitely will fire it up with open headers. So hopefully the CAS module fixed what I needed to fix, and then we'll be able to figure out the whole wire that I mysteriously didn't have in the DME box. So very, very big thanks to Kyle Winters, who owns Speedsty. He's the one who made the harness, and it's at no fault of his, absolutely not any fault of his, that I've been having these issues. And he's been very kind and called me on the phone multiple times to walk me through my problems and help me solve them each time, except for the CAS one. That was kind of me winging it, and then obviously I, of course, picked the wrong one. So, but big thanks to him. The plug and play made everything else extremely easy, considering all the loose wires with the Holly, and they use posi connectors, so if you swap the wires wrong, it's not like, you know, you're using like butt crimps or something, you know. So makes it extremely clean, and if you wire something wrong, you can just unscrew it, pull it out. So super genius. Whoever designed posi connectors, God bless you. What a genius idea. And it makes everything so easy, especially when you're a wiring dummy like I am. So big thanks to Kyle Winters, Speedsty. Also big thanks to Michael Page. He's been helping me out here and there because I needed diagrams to look at, and he helped me out. So obviously big thanks to Michael, and he told me that I could probably get away with tapping into that CAS wire, running a T on it. So thanks to those guys, especially Kyle. Dude's absolutely the boss. So hope you guys enjoyed. I'll soon get out some more content. I just didn't film any of the wiring stuff because it's an absolute mess, as you can tell. Gazillion wires everywhere, and it's just a mess, and so hot, and I don't want to set up a camera because then I spend a lot of time standing around trying to figure out what to do. So hope you guys enjoyed. I will have content of the actual car itself and us working on it very soon. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. See you next time.